Sony WF-1000X M4 review. Sony WF-1000X range of wireless earbud has been a dominant force in this category over the last few years, and the last pair of the emerged. For its stable, the WF-1000X M3 are two-time World Hi-Fi Award winners. Now subscribe this channel, watch technical, and press the bell icon. But instead of making the odd refinement here and there, Sony engineers. Luckily for Sony, very little does. In fact, the WF-1000X M4 are one of the most packed, user-friendly, and socially gifted pair of the wireless earbuds we have tested. Unsurprisingly, the Sony sit at the premium end of the market, and they launched at $250 or $280. Over AU $450 in 2021, but can now be found nearer the $200 or $230 over AU $350 mark. Check here for the latest Sony WF-1000X M4 deal. Initial contact with the Wi-Fi 1000X M4 is a surprisingly one. Sony has ditched the usual glossy box for recycled packing made from a special blend of paper. This marked for a more compact box, 34% smaller than the WF-1000X M3s, and one that the plastic free. That great news for the environment, through it really give off the vibes that you have just bought a pair of premium noise concealing headphones. Once you have irritated the Wi-Fi 1000X M4 for their packing, you are greeted by a small bag and charging case. It's smaller than the case that comes with the Bose Quiet Comfort and positively teeny, 40% smaller compared with the charging case that comes with the procedures. The case charger via USB-C and also introduce wireless charging to the Wi-Fi XX. From the first time, all you need in a compatible Qi charging pad. You can even battery share with the compatible smartphones and piggyback off their power supply too. See the life remaining in both the bud and the case through Sony Headphones Connect app, which will give you a reminder when the case drops below 30% charge. All wireless earbud battery life can vary due to the number of different factors, such as the quality of files you are listening to, how hard the internal processor is working, volume you are listening at, during the listening we found the battery life consisting good enough to get us through a day of mixed use. Flip open the magnetic case and you will see the all-new earbud design of the WF-1000X M4. Based on the combination of customer feedback about the XM3 and reached around about the human ear has settled on a rounder body that sits more inside the ear op. The matte finish on each earbud gives the headphone a premium feel, while the small accent around the microphones and the sensor hole add a teeny splash of color. Speaking of colors, the XM4 come in a choice of black and silver. If you want your XM4 to double as sport or running headphone, you will be pleased to know that they boost IPX4 rating, make them resistant to splashing from any angle. A big improvement on the old model. Turns out here is that you only get a single set of small, medium, and large size. Tip to choice from Sony says you will get ear of view and use out of one pair, and naturally extra tip should be available to purchase if you need them. Note that Sony has recently created the link bud of such preference, and those with smaller ear and who don't necessarily want a earful for earbud, there too even newer LinkBud S, which Sony says they are 41% smaller and 33% lighter than the XM4. Sure you have the perfect fit, Sony has introduced a new ear tightness test accessible through it. Headphones Connect app and the phone apps the test tone and report back on whether or not you need to make any adjustment. It's worth trying out, especially if you feel the sound is lacking bass and there is outside noise leaking in. I recommend installing the Headphone Connect app. When you first connect the XM4, it gives you direct access to all the key features and functions of the earbud, so you can choose which one to enable and disable. It helps you get shut up of listening to music in Sony 360 reality audio and format from the compatible streaming service such as Tidal and Deezer. WF-1000XM4 borrow the speaks the chart function and two debates in the WH-1000XM4 our ear headphones, and which has also carried out to their new successor the WH-1000XM5, which allow you to talk even whilst the earbuds are still in place and is triggered when you start talking. It's work well, although as in the case with the over ear, it's only trigger a second or so after you start talking. Slightly delay can be frustrating, as can the tendency for the features to be triggered by a cough air and apropos precarious sessions while set at your desk. You can reduce the sensitivity of the features and you can turn it off completely and either use quick attention or remove an earbud completely, which pulls ear back and the playback automatically. The driver used inside the XM4 is similar in size to the one used in the previous model, but it's made from a new material and feature a bigger magnet. While Sony claim has improved sound quality and noise cancelling, especially with certain low frequencies. There is no aptX HD spot on board, but the XM4 supports Sony LDAC format, which stream our Bluetooth for a compatible source. Low is the resistance audio up to 24 bit 96 kHz to be transmitted or data rate of up to 990 kbps. The level of noise cancelling is excellent, especially for a pair of the wireless earbud. Not everyone like that vacuum feeling you get it when it's turned on, but it's extremely effective through the Sony and you will struggle to find better noise cancellation at that time. User will be to hear the Sony as compatible with the fast pair. You get up and running with the minimal fuss. A battery notification pop up on your smartphones when they power up, and you can even track their location down using the Google Find My Device app. Stability, you use an Apple iPhone 12 and MacBook of the bulk of your testing and find the connection to be rock solid. No drop out even in more build up areas. Here the refinement and the natural tone shine through as well. We listen to Ludo Voiceover and audio experience from the delicate deliberate piano stroke at the start to the soaring string at the song's climax. The Sony brings the individual personalities to life and mix them together like the ingredient of a fine cocktail. Subscribe this channel, watch technical, and press the bell icon.